Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we're reading from Daily Reflections, page 181. The reading for June 21st, Fear and Faith. The achievement of freedom from fear is a lifetime undertaking, one that can never be wholly completed. When under heavy attack, acute illness, or in other conditions of serious insecurity, we shall all react to this emotion, well or badly, as the case may be. Only the self-deceived will claim perfect freedom from fear. Boom. That's from As Bill Sees It, page 263. Fear has caused suffering when I could have had more faith. There are times when fear suddenly tears me apart, just when I'm experiencing feelings of joy, happiness, and a lightness of heart. Faith, and a feeling of self-worth toward a higher power, helps me endure tragedy and ecstasy. When I choose to give all of my fears over to my higher power, I will be free. Oh, I want that. I want freedom. I want to be free from fear, and I want it to be because I gave it all to my higher power so badly. Few things come up here. That line of only the self-deceived will claim perfect freedom from fear. That is cool. That is intense. I like that because I'm like, sweet. I'm not totally inept at life. I'm never going to be completely free from fear. And I like this part that they bring up about serious insecurities like financial insecurity, material insecurity, some basic stuff that when we don't have it causes fear, and it's okay. It always will, because there is some necessity we have in it. And so even the most self-possessed, the most recovered person, it's normal to experience fear when we are without some basic needs, the needs that we learn about in step 4, where we end up sinking into character defects in order to get these needs met, or we see them as more than they are, or we put them in places in a hierarchy that is more than they are, and it can cause us trouble. So I like that it kind of normalizes the fear that we have over certain insecurities, certain lacks in our life. That's normal. However, we are working toward a freedom from fear. And fear, it's so good. There's this line in the big book. It's on page 67, and it goes like this. Fear is an evil, corroding thread. The fabric of our lives is shot through with it. Fear is surely a bar to reason and to love, and of course it invariably powers anger, vainglory, and aggression. It underlies maudlin guilt and paralyzing depression. That is so good. It is so good. It is the thing that throws us into our disease, that throws us into our character defects. It is the tipping point. But I also want you to think about what precedes fear. And this is huge, because fear is very scary. And so it's hard for us to deal with it, especially in the moment. It's hard for us to keep our heads. It's hard for us not to be overcome by the emotion. So it helps to know what precedes it for two reasons. One, so we can start to work on that stuff because that's more workable. That's a little safer for us to approach. But two, so that we can see it coming. Because once we grow in that self-awareness, once we're able to identify fear before it becomes a full-fledged attack of fear, we'll be able to either stop it in its tracks or be less affected by it when it comes because we see it coming. And what precedes fear is doubt. Doubt in our ability, doubt in the power of our higher power, doubt in love, doubt in the goodwill of other people, doubt that things will go okay, doubt that you can live through this, doubt that you're strong enough, doubt in our identity as good, to name a few. Doubt is the DNA of fear. And I think it's just really interesting for us to think about that. And so, definition. I'm looking up the definition for us because maybe I love looking up definitions. It just makes them so much more real. Interesting. The archaic meaning of doubt was fear. Okay, but it is a feeling of uncertainty or a lack of conviction. I like that. Thank you, Google. A feeling of uncertainty. I almost feel like I'm seeing someone on a wobble board where they're just like, yeah, I don't know. They don't know where to land. But it means that the ground under their feet is unsteady. And we cannot walk forward with certainty when the ground underneath our feet is wobbly and uncertain. Until we have that conviction, it's hard for us to move in a specific direction. And what can happen is that we forget that we can find solid ground. And we start to believe that the only ground available to us is this wobbly unsteadiness. So we have more definitions. Why not? Merriam-Webster, to call into question the truth of, to be uncertain of. So the truth of your identity, that you're good, that you have the capacity for good within you at all times, that you are made with a mind that recognizes and chooses what is good. It's really interesting. Yeah, again, the archaic definition was fear. So this tie between doubt and fear, a lack of confidence. So doubt, a lack of confidence, that's not full-fledged fear, right? It's the beginning. It's like the tingling of fear. It's starting, but it's not there yet. And maybe there's an area in your life that you have a lot of fear. Maybe you can identify what that is right now, or maybe with a little reflection. Maybe that area is big, maybe it's small, maybe it's something you like to hide under the carpet. So if you're not able to identify it right away, ask your higher power to reveal it to you, because I'm sure they guarantee you there is something. And maybe when you have identified that thing, try to peel it back. Try to identify what it is that you are doubting the goodness of, the steadfastness is. What do you not have confidence in? What do you feel uncertain about? Whether it's about yourself, someone else, God, things working out. What is it that's causing you to have that tingling of fear, that doubt that things are going to be okay, or the doubt that you can handle what's coming? And then what you can do is work through that first. Bring that to your higher power, because I guarantee you that whatever that concern or belief is, if you're able to work through it, then the fear, whatever that full-fledged attack is, will be dialed down. It won't be as severe. It won't be as loud. It will be something that eventually you can work through that too. And you'll have a bit more peace, a bit more serenity, a bit more confidence in yourself and your higher power. And that is the stuff that leads to joy. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.